traveler.
I have no time for games.
The end is coming! Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
You require my assistance? Adigo! We're gonna be rich.
We're live. Hello and welcome everybody. Desharmo was very small. I love it. That's perfect. Just the right size for Desharmo. His head was getting too big. I am Mayanadon. We are here with Tavern Talk tonight. I'm joined as always by Desharmo, Dano, and we've got our Op Diamond as the guest. How's everybody feeling tonight?
Why am I tiny? There we go. All right.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I kind of
Oh my god.
we should have like every week if Desharmo wins or loses, his picture changes sizes. Like if he wins, it gets a
know,
little bit
right?
larger. If he loses, it gets a little bit smaller.
You guys should see the picture that Matt at Arms posted in the Discord.
Yeah, that was a
That was-
great picture. Oh yeah.
Some Undertaker shenanigans.
Zombie to
there.
Sharmo.
From Saloon, yeah, you did you were betrayed us a little bit. You hopped on Saloon, helped them out. But yeah, tonight we're gonna be talking about Legacy. We've got a couple of five great matches to talk about that happened last week, and five to preview. But before we do that, let's jump into some tiers. So Dano's been doing a new show. Hopefully, you guys have been checking it out. It's a podcast. It goes live, I think, Mondays. You guys usually do it Monday night. And there's been polls and stuff going through, so all of this or most of it is sort of decided by the community with a little bit of leeway for you and Matt at Arms, right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Matt and I we look at like our own kind of judgment to a certain extent, but then also like wins and losses, and then like we take PR into account as well, whether a positive gain or a loss, to kind of see if it was a good win or a bad win, or however that be decided. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely a cool system. I like, being innovative and thinking about new things. There's always going to be, ways to do it differently, but I like the way you guys have thought of it. Yeah, any thoughts on this tier list? There's definitely things that stand out to me a little bit that maybe I disagree with, but I'd like to hear from you guys first. Obviously, we heard your thoughts on the podcast. People check that out. But let's hear from Desharmo first. What do you think about this? Anything stand out to you? Anything you disagree or agree with?
A lot of these teams are teams that I picked to be in the top, in the playoffs. So no
Yeah.
surprises for me, to be honest. like I think the top 6 teams or 5 teams at least I
Mhm.
picked to be in the.
Yeah, I think at least pretty close. I don't know. I know you were one of the few people that had pod people, and they had a really good week. Um, so I think they jumped up into the epic tier there. The Dad Legend with a rough tie. I blame myself 100%. We won't be going over that. We won't be going over that match today. There were some other matches I thought were more interesting to look at. Actually, no. Yeah, we will. We will be looking at that. So I won't talk into it too much detail just yet. I do think that maybe we belong more in the legendary tier as long as I'm playing to my best potential. I didn't this week, so maybe we'll be able to move back up in there. Other ones that for me kind of stand out, Galacroonies, I think maybe could be like golden uh rares there. I think they could hop up a little bit. Team Annoyer team, you guys, yeah, not the best week, but I think there's a lot of the rare ones I think could kind of flex to the golden rare and kind of shift around there and potentially kind of be playoff contenders. Where what I see right now as playoff contenders is like I know it's week one, it's pretty early to talk about that stuff, but for me, I see the legendary, the golden legendaries obviously, and then the epics and the golden epics are sort of the big playoff contenders. But I do think
Mhm.
some of those rares that you have there will definitely sneak in and
Oh,
maybe over some of the teams that are higher up. So yeah.
for sure. And the thing about the list is it's just the tier list is just by by category. So
Hmm.
there's legendaries, and all the legendaries are the same tier. And it's alphabetical other than that. So whether you're like a dude or wet woman, it's all the same tier
Oh,
for us.
okay.
We just put it
I
in
see.
alphabetical. Yep. That's how we did that. Instead of like ranking each one,
Yeah.
1 through 10 or something like that, especially the first, week of the season.
Hmm.
Um, we just did it alphabetical just to make it a little bit easier. So
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Diamond, what do you think? Anything stand out for you? I know it's hard to. Actually, I don't even see your team on here, so I think maybe oh no, they're at the top. They're at the top still. Just kidding. I missed it. I was looking somewhere else. You guys haven't even played. How are you guys at the top? Hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, and there's two teams here that we haven't seen actually play yet, so I think there could be a lot of changes there. Obviously, your team, Toxic Reinforcements, and the Wet Woe Men, also did have had a bye week one, so we haven't seen really what they're capable of, and I'm excited to see what they have for us this week. Any other thoughts before we jump into last week review? Cool.
nothing for me. Yeah, I mean, oh, well, yeah, Dad Legend. So Dad Legend was a tough call for us. It's a golden epic, right? So, if you dust it, it's quite a bit of dust, really, if you think about it that way.
Don't dust
Uh,
us.
no, it was just it was at kind of a rough tie where we kind of expected a
Yeah.
large win, and so it was right there where it was like, yeah, this is definitely a legendary team, but maybe based on this first week performance, maybe we just golden epic. So, um,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
yeah,
I'll take it. I definitely, it's hard to you know rationalize us sticking in the same category with a tie and not a win. So definitely understand that. I hope I can prove everybody wrong. Um, oh, I've just gotten word that people can't hear you, Diamond.
Just turn yourself up.
Hello, chat. Do you hear me now? Yeah?
Good question.
I don't know. We'll
I don't
see.
know.
I'll just yell on top of my
Oh,
lungs.
Icicles, thank you for subscribing, or Isocles. I know there's a sort of that sort
Sadly,
of discussion there.
you know,
Sadly, they can hear you now.
it's not
Perfect.
like Age in PWE. I was completely complimenting your team, saying they're one of the best ones. But all right, if you wanna, no, I basically said I agree with the list of teams there, and there's some really strong ones. So
Yeah.
yes.
Awesome. And there's some good suggestions in the chat. I just opened it up, so we'll look through those a little bit later. But yeah, again, thank you, Icicle/Icicles, for the sub. Really appreciate that. 2 months in a row. But yeah, let's jump into, now that everyone can hear Diamond.
Craig is killing me in chat right now.
Popping off, dude.
Oh, Craig. I mean,
no, it's all good. I know Craig. He's awesome. So
Craig's just gonna go on an
I'm
absolute tear.
loving
Come on,
it.
All Stars.
if anyone has any criticism on this tier list, it's entirely just blame Dano.
Blame Matt at Arms. Matt at Arms.
Matt at
Is
Arms,
Matt in the
Dano.
chat? No, great. All Matt at Arms' fault.
All Matt at Arms. Do not put any blame on us here at Tavern Talk. We are just the messengers. Don't shoot the messenger. Well, one of us is somewhere in between. He's kind of a liaison.
I'm gonna do
It's
both. It's
Craig.
awesome.
Okay. Anyway, let's jump into match 1 from last week that we reviewed. We made our predictions. Let's see if they came true. All right. So match number 1, we've got in the gold conference, we got 4th and Inches versus a Saw Dude. And let me look at our predictions here from last week. I went with a Saw Dude. I had faith, and everyone else went with 4th and Inches, and they took it. So I went for the Hail Mary. Did not work. Everyone else, pretty close. This something that interests me. Actually, I'll hear from you guys first before I jump in. Dana, what do you think about this match? Is this surprising to you? Did you expect sort of this type of result, or did you think it was going to go a different way?
I was a little surprised by the 1 seed for sure. Like Itachi's sweep there. It's pretty. I mean, I thought it'd be pretty close. It was a toss up for me. I mean, I think we literally flipped a coin. So I thought it was a pretty impressive win by him, to be honest. I wasn't super surprised by the 2 seed. So yeah, I think I picked 4th and Inches to either go like 3 and 2 or 4 and 1. So I wasn't super surprised, but I was surprised by like how they did it in the 1 and the 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I am interested actually looking at this about the classes, because looking at our stats here, none of them had played before our show on Thursday night, and the nerfs were on Thursday, and there's a ton of shaman showing here. So I wonder if it pulled the shaman from their original submissions, if they submitted before Wednesday and the reset, because we all had a reset. We could all submit Thursday again. So I don't know. That's maybe they just found a shaman deck that works, because they seem to have success with it, and I'm curious what they brought.
I brought shaman twice last week in 2 of my series, and
Did you play pre or post nerf?
Post nerf.
Really?
was it the cycle deck or was it a different version? Like
both shaman I brought. Well, actually, technically one shaman I didn't play because I swept in hero. The other shaman I did play, and it was in Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought what was it? The Galakron shaman.
And yeah, I mean, I tried to play a little bit of that after the nerf. Did not feel great, but maybe it's just people have refined it a little bit since then, and it's felt a little bit better. Hard to say, but it does look like it worked for 4th and Inches here.
Natashi said a lot of them submitted assuming they play before the nerfs, so I guess they just kind of fought through the shaman.
I mean, it's not terrible still. It's just you don't get you're not quite a cycle crazy, right? So
I gotcha. That makes sense. The nerfs were at an odd time. I just know that during our show we didn't have any of these results yet. So, and I think the nerfs the nerfs dropped right before the show or around that time. But yeah, any thoughts here, Desharma, besides the things that you already mentioned?
I mean, a lot of these matches went the way that I thought they would.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Rage taking over a PR that's like 120 over him is pretty impressive. So, other than that, I think it's pretty solid from 4th and Inches. I think they got a good season ahead of them. Look out, playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely seem like a top contender. So, not a surprising win by any means. but certainly I think some of the matches look surprising to me.
And they won with a 50 PR 3 seed as well. So that's
Yeah, it
yeah,
looks like that was a sub, and that was actually their only loss of the week. I don't know if we knew that going in.
Think we did. I remember thinking
no, we
about
didn't.
that.
I
We
don't.
didn't
I
know
don't.
that?
Yeah, I don't think we did because most people
Oh
actually.
no, we didn't. You're right. You're right. We didn't.
Yeah.
Because I remember talking about the unknown player. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't. I don't think we knew who would be subbing there, but yeah, I mean, I think the surprising things to me are the 2 3-0s at the top. Those are, I think, would have been some competitive games. So 3-0s are tough to happen when it's a competitive game, but it can happen, as you'll see in our next match as well. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, any thoughts, Diamond, on this?
Kind of looks like the way I thought it would. I think Itachi and Snake
You're
have
Diamond,
been.
Diamond.
Yep.
hello,
Hello. Let me just.
He says he thinks I'm very smart.
genius.
Hello.
Just
All right.
really bright. Incredible Hearthstone player.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the
That's
best
what he's
best
certainly saying.
manager in THL as well.
Oh,
So-
they can hear you, and we can't anymore. Interesting.
Oh, really?
Can you not?
That's
hear
what
me?
they're saying.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so say your piece, and I'll turn
Nod your
on-
head when you're done.
Okay. Hi, chat. Apparently, you can only
we
hear
can't
me.
hear you.
God,
Discord.
I don't know what I did. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I
All
just-
right.
It's always something that happens in Tavern Talk every single week.
I've taken over the
Charmed.
stream.
last
That's
week,
basically what's
I think
happened.
last week something happened with the audio or something or the. And
Oh,
we had to restart the stream.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn on the stream volume. Everyone but Diamond has to be quiet right now. Okay, go.
All right. I think Itachi went
Say
in
your
the 1
piece.
seed. That's I guess I was expected. He kind of swept. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Ron being icon, I kind of saw it coming. Mikey Pie, I mean, 50 PR. What are you gonna do? And then Super Murloc versus Shiny Pants. That was pretty good. And then yeah, honestly, fourth inch is great. Oh no, they three can hear each other.
Mhm.
I can hear them as well. They just can't hear me. This is great. Like, all right, guys, I'm done. Go.
All right, he's done. You're gonna hear me say he's done 5 seconds after he finishes because there's a little bit of a delay. Kind of awkward. I heard myself like laughing or reacting to things that he was saying. But then I'd hear myself on the stream 5 seconds later, so it's kind of not in sync, but it's great. It's fine. This is fine. I'm not worried. Great. So we reviewed that one. Let's jump to the next match. We have ATL versus Dad Legend. So this is the one I was hinting at earlier on. I did not have a good showing. I felt very disappointed with my showing, but it happens. Pon's a great player / free Hong Kong. And I just bricked on the Face Hunter 3 times in a row. So that'll happen.
Yikes.
My last game, just to give you an idea of how things went for me, my last game, my opening hand with a full mulligan was 3 secrets. When I was only running 4, and the stalker that when you hear a power with it on the board, it gives you a secret. So, and then guess what I drew turn? I believe it was turn 3. I drew my 4th secret. So that's just a little taste into how that went.
All I hear is excuses. That's it.
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah,
I mean,
all
you
I
can
heard
call
was
it what you will.
wah. I
You
did
can call
not
it what
How
you
do you
will.
lose with Face
I
Hunter? Come on, man.
low rolled, and I'm
Oh,
going
wait,
to
I
stand by
pieced-
that. You can look at my records in all of the series in the past, and you can say I don't get swept very often. This was an anomaly, and I'm going to stick by that. Anyway, everyone else on my team had a great showing for the most part. Really proud of Turd. I was the only one, I think, that called that he was going to win. It was my Turd upset of the week. And it worked out this time. Really proud of his progress.
Golly, Turd's getting good, man.
Yeah, I know. We got a steal there at the 50, and really well played by our opponents, of course, as well. We won 3 out of the 5 matches, but because of my 0 points and them getting 2 in 2 of the wins, they were able to tie it up, and I think they're definitely a competitor moving forward. Any thoughts from you guys? I know I've said my piece now. Let's hear from Dano first.
You know, a little bit surprised that you got swept in the 2 seed, but not necessarily that you lost. I mean, I think that was could be a good match one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then Turd, he's just the best 5 seed, right? 50 PR for life.
Yeah,
So,
he's gonna hit legend, and because he was such a low PR, like one day he'll hit legend, he'll become like this great player. He's be powering up all the time, but he's still gonna be at 50 no matter how many times he wins because he was so far down.
just be 3 years from now, he will still be 50 PR. It's just that incredible.
Yeah.
No, I think it was. I mean, obviously, well done by ATL to get the tie, right? Like, especially
Yeah.
when, it wasn't a great week on the other side, but hey, they got the work done, and I think it was kind of an upset to get that draw there. So good job by them. I think it was a really good showing. So
Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree. Thoughts, DeSharmo?
Yeah, I give props to always top deck lethal. I mean, you guys were ranked, I think, what, golden legendary or something,
Yeah.
the highest of the high, and that did not phase them, and they tied even though they lost the the match overall. You guys won 3-2, but getting a tie and getting 3-2s is really important. So
Yeah, for
congrats to
sure.
them.
Yeah. And doesn't let anyone get the 3 points for winning, which is pretty big, later on this season. Hopefully it won't hurt either of us in the future too badly. But yeah, no, I definitely think that we can do better, and I hope to become a golden legendary again later in the season.
Did someone
Uh,
someone mention about Turd having maybe the BGH, Big Game Hunter?
yeah,
Is
that's a
good point.
big game hunter for
Yeah.
him
There's
for sure. I think
200,
that's
207 PR
mhm.
I
over
mean,
Dave the Great.
it's
It
not
might be
quite as
more.
good
There
as
might be
my
some hidden.
BGH from last year, but I mean,
I
last
don't know.
season.
Yeah, I don't know if we count hidden PR as well. So
I don't think we
No,
do.
no, we don't.
okay, so it is just the 50 to the 257. That's still huge.
Yeah, it's a huge.
If we counted hidden PR, like every one of his wins would be up for BGH.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, the
I'm
way
curious.
top deck, the way
Go ahead.
top deck is labeled. I mean, the way they're ranked right now, they're
Mhm.
kind of built to win in the five. That's sort of
Yep.
what.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they get a sure game in the five, and then two people have to win in the top four, and they're solid. So that's kind of how they're built. So
I mean,
so for Turd to take a win away from that strategy, yeah, that's really good on Turd.
Yeah. Absolutely. And now everyone be silent while Diamond gives his piece.
Well, wait, Dad Legend one? All right. Yeah, the Dad Legend's a good team. I like them all. Zabe winning, yes. Manda losing at Face Hunter. I mean, he's a good player. Who am I kidding? He's way better than I am. That sucks, but good for Pond. Brick winning over Yellow Dart. Yeah, that's interesting to me. Wouldn't see it going that way. Bill winning in the 4. Yeah, I see that as well. And Turd winning. I'm so proud of my guy. He's such a nice guy. 207 BGH, as the other guy said. Really good. And then say wave rapidly so they see.
All right, I'm getting a signal. The guns, the finger guns, that tells me he's done talking. Hopefully, we don't have too much of a delay there with me just, sitting there waiting for him to finish. Yeah, a lot of good points. Hopefully, like I said earlier, I'll get that win this week, and I think Yellow Dart feels the same. Let's. Any last thoughts before we jump into the Red Conference for last week?
no.
Cool. All right.
Good.
So let's jump right in. The first match of the Red Conference we're going to be talking about from last week is Dirty Mike and the Boys versus Good Luck Albatrosses. All right. What do you guys think of this one? Any initial reads here? Anything really surprising? I'm looking at our predictions, and yeah, most of us did guess that the Albatrosses would take that win, and but I don't think anyone guessed 4-1. DeSharma, you actually guessed a full sweep of 5-0. So let me actually hear
Yeah.
from you first. What are you very surprised by the 4 seed there? Lefty's a great player, so is It's Me, Mike V. Yeah, let me hear your thoughts there.
No, I'm really happy with my team. I think we have a really strong team. Twos came in. Lotus was getting over the flu and came in and got a nice solid win over Tony, which is really impressive. So yeah, we got a really solid 19 points in the first week. It's always good to get started early and not fall behind early. And really happy with my team and the way they've been performing. And Mike was put in a tough position to play lefty in the 4. Lefty is a 1 seed in Hero, so it kind of odds were against him. So I think he's a just a really solid player who's going to learn from the losses. So I look for Mike to rebound this week.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Dana, what are you thinking?
So I think twos, huge step up right there. Way to go with the big win and the 3-2 win too. That's the rubber match is always kind of stressful. And then if Catman's picking up where he left off last season, like just watch out everybody else. That's going to be just not really fair in the 1, 2, and the 3 moving forward for Good Luck Albatrosses.
Yeah.
And then it's me, Mike V, and Chewbacca. Chewbacca obviously doing work there. Real big work actually. Beating Brushy Tuna. So that's a pretty big PR gap there as well. So that's a huge win.
Yeah, and as Atashi had mentioned, yes, I did win a game, and I did play my mage and my shaman, and I won both of those matches. So
well, when you bring off meta decks, you kind of surprise people. So
when you have the luck of the albatrosses, you definitely loaded up on luck there. So
you could have ragged me on that
every
picture,
single week. Oh, no question. No question.
Oh my god, but that's the point, man. That was the point.
I know, and so you should be happy that I'm ragging on it.
Yeah.
You achieved what you wanted. Yeah. What about let's hear from Diamond, then I'll say my piece. So I'll be quiet.
I mean, if Twos didn't win, I would have given him a hard time, and I think Twos winning in the 1, he deserved that. Catman winning as well. That's too excessive. Desharmo sweeping Kel. Wow, that was also expected. Desharmo's really good. Desharmo in the 3 seed. Mike V versus Lefty. I mean, it's just a harder matchup, right? Because Lefty has more experience. He's been THL. He's played at a higher level. So I bet Mike V tried his best, even though he got swept. Because you never know if people get swept, how close it was. Because I got swept one week, and I game 1 and 2 were close, but sometimes the numbers don't show everything. And then Chewbacca, the legend guy, hit legend and is in the 5 seed, winning 3-2. And Tachi bringing up team comp in the chat. I think it's really interesting, and that could be a good topic on one of the shows to discuss team stuff. But this is Tavern Talk. We're doing Legacy, and I think I'm talking too much. So, finger guns to my Anodon. Get my there you go.
Boom! Finger guns, and we're back to me being able to talk again and not talk over myself and talk over anybody else, at least as best we can. Yeah, I think it's a lot of good points. Twos, definitely a 1 seed caliber player. So I think that PR is a little bit, maybe potentially. You can't tell as much from the 407, but he definitely can play at that level. Catman as well. You Desharmo, like you guys, definitely your top 3 are scary.
Well,
and then
I'm
we talked about Chewbacca in the 5.
Chewbacca's scary. He hit legend. He's a solid player. His game has stepped up in the past. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Last expansion, so he's a steal in the 5 too.
It's
so
sort of
watch out for.
It's sort of how I view Turd potentially in the future. That's we're molding him to become the next Chewbacca.
Legend Baka. Yeah.
Legend Baka.
I like Shu, man. Shu's a nice guy too. I like him a lot.
How do you feel about Tuna with his continued struggles? I feel like in Legacy, he just destroyed Pro last season. He, I think, had a solid season in Hero, and then just Legacy last season not great, and off to a rough start again. I know he's a good friend of yours. I think you guys have been teammates.
Yeah, I think Brushy's just has some things going on, in IRL. So I wouldn't really look too much into his gameplay about this. So I don't really want to speak too much about it because it's his stuff. But
Yeah. Not
when
your
you don't,
place.
I'll say when you don't have a lot of time to play Hearthstone, it's kind of hard to know your matchups.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. And don't blame him for that. He still went for the 3-2, and we were just speaking well about Chewbacca. So I do think Tuna's a great player as well, and I'd like to see him bounce back. Any last thoughts before we jump into the second match of the Red Conference we're talking about? Cool. All right. So match 2 of the Red Conference, we've got Hot Zilfs versus Just Rogue Things.
God, I love this team.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it, then, Sharmo.
Yeah, why don't we hear from you first? You seem to have a very strong opinion.
Man, I'm hot for some Zilfs, man.
I bet you are.
Man,
Not at all
really
weird. Not
spicy.
at all
I mean,
weird.
just look at that profile picture, man. He's got what you want. If you need it, he's got it. He's got the answer for everything.
Yeah.
Don't even know.
I mean, he's lethal for sure. That's what we say.
Yeah. I think Hot Zills is a solid team, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like just from top to bottom. I think Jim in the 5, even though he lost, is a very underrated player. At 50 PR, I think he can win games, and even the 2 wins is solid. Like you get a 50 PR player in the 5 seed, you're kind of hoping that they go even. If they go even, you're happy. And to get 2 points off of a player who's 150 PR more than you, that's solid. That's like getting your bang for your buck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like their team makeup from top to bottom. They can win in every seed. Donde, I think, is probably more nuts than me in 3. So
yeah, it's not really fun.
Yeah, they again with the top 3 being really like top heavy and really strong, I think is a good strategy, and we see it working here again. So maybe something to think about in the future. It's sort of what we have like a 4 core players for Dad Legend that are like, all I think capable of being, from the 1 to the 3 seed. But did not work out this first week, but we'll see.
yeah, and
Dana, what do you think about this match here?
I'm sorry, let Daniel speak first. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I think the plan is to win in the 1, 2, and 3 every week, and I think they're gonna have a shot to win in the 1, 2, and 3 every single week. I mean, Hot Zilfs, they're just stacked. Their top 3 are just incredible. I'm not at all excited about playing Donde or Rabobson, depending on how things go in the 3 seed. So prefer not to really. But yeah, I mean they're gonna be in every single match every week because they're just I mean that's just insane, right? And then Jim he's a solid 5, right? I mean, at 50 PR, you just say thank you very much, and he's gonna win you games. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I think he's definitely had more success, Jim, in Hero from what I remember, but still a very solid legacy player, and starting off I think pretty strongly here. What are you thinking, Diamond?
Oh, here we go. Diamond review. I guess I gotta say Hot Zilf's easily the best name, probably, and the logo. Like that's nice. Cole's being comp. That sounds right. Rabobson back in THL and bopping 3-0 over their 2 seed of Just Road Things, because I don't want to mispronounce that. Donde winning. Donde's doing pretty well too. That's good. Mostly 100 bands in the lower 3 seeds. Anful losing. You don't like to see it, but Anful's a good player. I bet it was really close. And then Dexter versus Jim Flows. My boy Dexter from India. Let's go. He's a veteran, and he came back real strong with the 2-3. So, yeah. That's going to finger guns my hand down to then so he can do this thing.
Oh, yeah, finger guns. Sorry, I missed it. I was typing in the chat. The finger guns happened.
Well, I want to say one more thing before we move on with this. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of teams with the I call it the Tan Pams strategy, because I feel like Tan Pams was one of the first teams back a long time ago to have the sort of spread that the Doyle team had last year. where it's like anybody from the 1 to the 5 can switch. You're seeing a lot of those strategies kind of go to the wayside, or at least in the first week, a lot of those teams are losing. I wonder if there's anything, if it's just a fluke this week, or I wonder if that strategy is kind of not paying off right now for some reason.
Yeah. No, it's certainly. I mean, it was definitely a weird week, so we can't say for sure with the nerfs and everything. People haven't really been, weren't accustomed to maybe the decks just yet. So uh, potentially that could have also played a factor.
Well, I'm speaking from a hero stage. I was when I first got into the THL, I was a hero player, and I think I was back in season 5 or something like that. And I remember Tan Pams were like that back in season 5. So
Yeah.
And they were always in the playoffs too, always.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there's a couple different strategies, and I think we've seen several work with success, but that's certainly one of the top ones that's had the most success, I think, in championships and making it to playoffs. Yeah, let's. If no one else has any other thoughts on this match, let's jump to our feature match of last week, which we're doing a feature match every week from now on. Last season we were able to do 5 matches per, for the predictions and for the review. We kind of wanted to keep that number. It felt like a good number for us. So instead of we don't have the cross conferences what we highlighted last season. This season we're highlighting our guests matches, and last week our guest and a new host, Dano, it was his team on the block there. So let's look
Literally.
at not Yellow Jackets versus Team Anoyo. And I'd love to hear from Dano first. Maybe explain what happened here or what didn't happen here.
Well, we lost. So what didn't happen was winning. No, we got smoked in the 1, 2, and the 3. Like I got thoroughly beat down in the 3 seed. I was beat before the match even started. Like I was just so in my head over what to do about that druid and the paladin that I like completely threw my lineup.
Wow.
So I went in with a completely different, like I, did this 4 class with a specific strategy in mind, and I was like, okay, druid and paladin, how do I beat this druid and this paladin? So I completely switched everything up and then just got smoked, like blown out of the water. And if you want to hear a funny story about it, you have to go listen to Squelch, my other podcast. I tell a story about the first game against Lemons and how great of a human being they are for not just hating my guts. But very cool. We spoke about 30 minutes afterwards, and I'm really impressed with kind of like they really have a solid plan week in and week. It seems like they went in all 5 of them had a lot of discussion beforehand about what they want to bring, what their plans are, why they're bringing each deck. And when you have that kind of communication, you're going to do well. And they did really well. I mean, they beat us pretty well. So they deserved it for sure too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it goes to show you sometimes, Dano, when life gives you lemons, then sometimes you just lose.
Yeah, sometimes you just lose.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I didn't know how that was going to land, but I'm glad it landed okay. Hopefully the chat enjoyed that too. Let's hear from Desharma. What do you think about this match?
Yeah, tough loss for Team Anoyo. A lot of people had this team, going into the playoffs. I mean, they're obviously still not out of it. 9 points is something. It's not great. You always want to try to get into the double digits. Like 12 is 13 is pretty mediocre, solid. So I mean, they can rebound. It's I think they can do it though. No Town's really good. A Mage is really good. Dano obviously is really good. Just and seeing that the 4 and the 5s can win is important as well. So. Yeah, looking for Team Anoyo to rebound next week.
Yeah, one thing about the Final Refuge, I didn't give him a snowball's chance to win this week. He was out like he had just graduated from like culinary school and then went around Europe for a couple of weeks and then just got back into town like the day before he played his match and then won 3-1. Like, so I was very impressed there. I was like, I thought for sure he was going to come in and just like do his best. And he did apparently and ended up winning. So I was really excited about that. So, hopefully we find a really solid 5 seed there. So
yeah, absolutely. And hopefully you guys can, rebound here. First week. So nothing's determined yet. There's still so much of the season left to kind of make up for, one bad week or an average week or whatever. And really cool to see a team that's, last season we had a team that, was working together in a school. They were a high school team, so maybe not quite as involved as a college team, but it's nice to see them kind of work together and see how that benefits, that team coordination and that planning. Like you said, they prepared a lot, and you could tell, and that's great to hear.
Yeah. These all
Diamond?
college
Oh, sorry.
students, so
Yeah.
So yeah, but this is not this is not a failure from last season.
Yeah, no,
Positive.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Diamond, let's hear from you about your
Yeah.
thoughts on this match.
Thoughts about the team, because I know Kid Turndy pretty well. Like, we Snapchat each other every day, and I told him, hey, you should make a team, and then he made a team. And I know he's probably keeping them all in check. He did lose, however, against the Final Refuge. Not very good there, because the kid with the Hearthstone scholarship, I don't know about that one, buddy. But your team did pick it up in the other 3 seeds, and I mean, I don't know any of them. But Lemon sounds like a cool guy. I like his name. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this because I don't really know both these teams as well. Team Annoyed teams. Like, yeah, I'm gonna finger gun my head on here, save me.
All right, finger guns. I saw them. I saw the finger guns. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's some solid takes there. Cool that you Snapchat every day though. That's cool that you have that kind of. I don't know if you guys just know each other from THL or both like I guess TESPA players. Oh yeah, I can't hear your response. This was a terrible idea.
THL.
I'm just gonna assume you answered it and people can hear the answer. I forgot that I can't hear you anymore.
Trying to figure out how you were hearing him. I'm like, is this a me problem now?
No, certainly it was just an oversight by me. But Diamond did say THL in our chat, so I now know the answer without having to listen. Amazing, really cool. Anyway, any other thoughts on this match before we hop into a quick commercial break? And Dano, do you want to try? Actually, you did it last week, I think, right?
I did.
So, DeSharmo, I know you love doing this, so let's hear it.
I'm putting me on the spot here. All right. Rip.
Rip.
I have to pull it up there.
You never have the dock open. What are you?
I got it.
Mako?
I was like,
Come
Rip
on,
what?
man.
I do. Someone has to be Mako, man. Yeah. All
I
right.
work so hard on these docs, okay? I work hard every week. No one even pulls it up.
Yeah. And you can call me 3 Light DeSharmo if you look at my lights behind me. You got 3 of them.
3 light
They're 4
DeSharmo,
lights?
2-star
There's 4
Mako.
There's not 4 lights. There's not 3 lights. There's 4 lights if you want to reference Star Trek. So.
I know. I get it.
Anyway, so please consider subscribing to our channel. The subscription enables the THL team to help cover various costs of operating our website, as well as improve the quality of our streams and content to our viewers. If you have Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, you can sub to the channel for free. And subscribers will get a THL emoticon as well as the lovely THL badge, as you see, I sick leave in the chat has. So hit that heart button and hit our heart buttons and keep the notification on to make sure you catch our team broadcasting live. We appreciate each and every one of you, and that is very true. We love what we do here. We love talking about the different matches, and I look forward to Tavern Talk every single day. And I'm so glad that Mastodon allowed me to be on this thing 2 seasons ago. So if you want to check us out, you can check us out at teamheartlegends.com if you're not familiar with our organization. You can also follow us on Twitter at @THL_HS. And then we also have a Discord. You can find our Discord on our website. But yeah, if you feel like donating a little bit, that would be great. We don't really pay for anything. We don't really pay anybody. Just everybody here is volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
So all the money that we get goes right back to the organization, paying for the website. We do giveaways frequently. We give rewards for off-season events and things like that. So, and there's a lot of costs that are people don't realize that are in the organization. Mm-hmm. So thank you.
Absolutely,
You guys don't get
costs to
paid?
maintain the.
Wait, you guys are getting
You're getting
paid?
You're getting paid?
Wait, no.
Is
never
the
mind.
podcast providing you with income? What's happening here?
The
No,
Spotify
that's opposite
income.
actually.
Yeah,
You need
no,
to
we
go
really,
back, Manadarm,
we
and
really
listen to what Dano
appreciate.
said about you.
What,
Yeah,
oh
you do.
yeah. Matt's here.
Oh.
That's funny. Yeah, appreciate everyone. If you don't catch us live, everything goes up on YouTube afterwards. We have shows Tuesday through pretty much the rest of the week. The only day we don't always have shows is Monday, but we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have different shows about this different series we do. We have on Friday and Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. We have matches for the week that we have people cast and op, and it's a great time. Yeah, so check us out there, and obviously check out Dano's podcast as well, also about the league format series that we have here. Yeah, that's it for our ad. Let's jump into our predictions. The best part
The best part.
where we get everything wrong, and then we look stupid later. Yeah, so our first gold conference match for this week that's upcoming is 4th and Inches versus ATL. So the team that tied us, let's see if they can have another great showing against a team that was also, I think, is currently are they? Yeah, they're the Golden Legendary. So let's see if they can take out another Golden Legendary and bring them down this week. What are you guys thinking? Just initial thoughts. It does look like they have a sub. Not a bad sub in the 5 though.
No, Sunsui is really good. Yeah.
The amount of Paladin is a little bit surprising, I think.
Yeah.
So that actually took me to HS Replay to do a little bit of research since VS doesn't have any of their stuff out yet until Sunday, just to kind of see what matchups they're looking for there. And I just looked at both Mech and Holy Wrath, and neither of them have really great matchups across the board. Like I could see it being played in Hero for sure because you can target that way, but in Legacy it seems risky, I think, to bring Paladin. But I mean, at the same time, that I'm also thinking, well, Itachi's bringing Paladin, so maybe just shut up and just trust Itachi knows what he's doing. So, yeah, that kind of surprised me a little bit. So was both teams bringing some Paladin. So,
yeah, the Paladin it also surprised me a little bit. But I think it could have some success. It's definitely something I was considering briefly, albeit, but there are a couple archetypes, so it's not totally like you're locked into one thing, which I think is important in this type of format. Flexibility is usually pretty nice when picking classes. But yeah, let's do our normal thing. Let's start with Desharmo. Why don't you give us your match predictions from 1 to 5? Which team wins each seed?
Okay, yeah. I'll give 4th and Inches the 1 and the 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Brick the 3. I don't know either of those players very well, but just based off of PR and the classes that were picked, I think I might give it to Brick. Although Shaman, I don't know about that. We'll see. And the 5, I'll give it to Super Murloc. And then, you know what? I'm going to give it to Shansui and the 6. So 3-2, 4th and Inches.
All right. Let's hear from Dano.
So I just figured out what I want to do. My pick for the 1 seed right now, and I'm going to have to give it to Top Deck, I think. I just like the class bring better. I think Itachi is an incredible player and will probably prove me quite wrong, but I just like the Shaman's a little bit an iffy bring, I think, but Shaman is still good. It's just not world beater anymore, I don't think. And then the Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior, they're just meta right now. So I think that I'm going to give that one to Top Deck as kind of my upset. And then Free Hong Kong in the 2 and Brick in the 3. And then Super Murloc and Rage in the 4 and the 5. So 3-2 win to ATL.
3-2 win to ATL. Nice. I like it. And you said ATL in the 1, And
2
which
and
were the
3.
2 and 3? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Diamond, do you have the doc open? The last week predictions doc?
Yeah.
If you can, that'd be great. So while you do yours, you can fill it in because I won't be able to hear you live. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If we can, I can go back and do it. But I'd like to hear your predictions same way. 1 to 5, and then overall, and then who wins.
Wait, can you repeat yourself? I spaced out.
Yeah. So the way Diamond spaced out a little bit. That's good to hear. So the way we normally do it is 1 to 5. So
1 to 5.
predictions for each seed. So just like Dano and Desharma just did. And then your overall, like what this total score is, and then the winner. So just go down each seed. Say ATL wins this one, Fourth and Inches wins this one, etc. If you have the doc open, that'd be a huge help. Otherwise, I can go back and put it into the last week predictions doc for the stats stuff later. If you don't have it open, don't worry about it. It is pinned. It's the top thing pinned. But yeah, go ahead.
Okie dokie. Thank you, my Anadon. So, 1 seed. I don't know top deck, and I know Itachi's crazy good. So it's got to be Itachi in the 1 seed. And the 2 seed. Wow, those are some interesting decks, Pond. I like that. All right. Anyways, off track. I also like Ron in the 2 seed. I think he's just a better player. Sorry, Pond. I've been talking to Ron a lot recently. He's kind of my guy. We've been co-oping together. It's a good time. Unmerked versus Brick. I think this is a bit closer. I don't know Unmerked, but Brick, I like you, man. But I don't know about the Shaman there. Maybe you know something's up. I have to go with Unmerked here. Super Murloc versus Force of Will. Another close match. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I gotta go with my boy Super Murloc. I'm sorry, Will. Man, I feel like I feel like I'm gonna go 5-0 Fourth Inches. And then Rage Doppel versus Shunsui. I'll give this one to Shunsui. And then the score, I'm gonna say Itachi sweeps 3-0. Ron goes 3-1 against Pond. Unmerked versus Brick. I'm gonna guess that's 3-2 to Unmerked. Will versus Super Murloc. I'm gonna guess that's 3-0. And then Doppler versus Shunsui. That's 2-3 Shunsui. So 4-1 overall for Fourth and Inches. And we're gonna finger gun my Anodon.
Yeah, you don't actually have to each one. You don't have to go through each one and give a score. You have to give an overall of what you think the entire thing is. You can do that, but that's not for the doc.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate the extra work, but unnecessary. Sorry if there was a little confusion, but yeah. Super Murloc saying pick Force of Will because he's 0-2 against him. So, are you gonna break that trend, or
Nah, Super Murloc,
is that gonna
you got
change?
this. Let's go.
We'll find out this week. I am gonna actually do something I hate doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna agree with DeSharmo. I'm going with the same exact picks. Just looking at it, I think there's going to be some very close matches. I'm looking specifically.
That never happens. So you should go get a lottery ticket right now. Go get one.
I'm going to say the 2 and the 3 are the ones that I think are going to be very close, and I could see going the other way. But the other ones, and I guess now the 4 potentially, Super Murloc's not confident in himself, so maybe I should be thinking about that. But I do think you've been on quite a tear, so I think you'll continue that there. So I'm going to stick with the same. So Itachi, Ron, Brick, Super Murloc, Shunsui. And then that leaves Fourth and Inches winning 3-2. Although, ideally, I would want ATL to probably tie and just continue their trend. So maybe that'll happen.
Ooh,
I don't know how.
fancy.
Maybe that'll happen. Maybe they'll tie as well. Maybe something crazy like that'll happen. We'll find out at the end of the week. Great. Any last thoughts before we jump into the second match of Gold?
Changing their name to Always Tying lately.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Always dying lately. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I just.
No, you're good. You're good. I like
We,
it. I
we
respect
should
it.
get the Price is Right fail horn on the show. Whenever there's like a bad joke.
Yeah, wait. Why we got Dano on the show so we could get like all these noises and stuff going on?
Tell me what noises you want. It's
Golden
Your
legendary.
soundboard. We'll figure it out.
Tell,
We'll have
tell me
a
what you guys
meeting
want,
with
and I'll
this.
get it going for you.
Yeah, we definitely need a sound for the turd upset of the week. We haven't had one yet today,
Yes.
but when that happens, we need some sort of sound. I don't know if you have a poop sound or something. I think we mentioned this last week, but
It's the internet. I'm sure I can find one. So I mean,
okay. Well, when we get to that, we'll deal with it. But for now, we are on to the second match in the gold contest. We got Pod People versus the Gal Cronies. Did I put the win in the wrong spot? I did. Thank you for fixing that.
You're welcome.
Desharma. Anyway, so Pod People versus the Gal Cronies. We have let's do Dano first. We have one result here. It's in the 4. Sage has already beaten Wicked Good 3-2. So close match, but just eked it out for the Gal Cronies.
so I think overall I dislike the amount of priest being brought by pod people. Don't think priest is that good right now, but so I'm gonna go with base Dink to beat with the big upset over Ridiculous Hat just on classes alone, I think. And then I like 2-star Mako against Zeroshio as well. Sorry, Zeroshio. And I don't know if Matt at Arms has ever beat Boozosaurus in THL. So Boozy beats Matt, and then obviously Sage, and then I think Kazarudarut wins in the 5 just on awesome name alone.
Kazudaru, yeah,
So.
yeah. So that's 4-1.
4-1, yeah.
That's a bold prediction.
I think the Paladin, the Shaman that Zeroshio's bringing, it seems risky to me because they're both playable, but they're both low tier 2, maybe tier 3-ish. And I think Hunter, Rogue, Warlock, Warrior is just meta right now. So I think that's just safe brings. So with lots of flexibility in there. So
yeah, absolutely. What about you, Destrummer? What are you thinking here?
Well, I'm definitely for me, the 1 and the 2 are no brainers for me. I don't know based very much. I know 2-star is good, but Zeroshio is really good, and Zeroshio is only in 1 series, so he really only has to practice for this one. And he plays a lot of Hearthstone, and he loves Paladin. So, and he's like, I would call him, the resident Paladin expert. So, bringing Paladin for me is that's more. I think that's probably more of a comfort pick for him. So I'm gonna give the 1 and the 2 to Pod People. I like Booze. He's having a rebound season. I know Matt's good, but I really like Booze here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like the name, but the PR there is just way too much. Hold on a second. So I'm gonna give it to Ghost.
Oh, geez. Do you know what you've done?
Did I give the Galacronies the win?
Yeah, you did. That's fine. That's not what
did I do?
I was putting in my predictions while you were talking, or like before.
Did we match our predictions again?
Yeah. So 2 in one day. I mean, 2 in 1 week.
Wow.
That's I don't know. Something's off. I don't know what's going on, but I'm agreeing with you. So I don't know. That's how we. This is a weird feeling. Maybe it's because I think we're in different conferences this season. Am I right? Are we in the same?
Yeah, we are in different conferences.
Yeah, so maybe our rivalry is not as big as it was. We'll see. But Diamond, let's hear from you now. My prediction is the same to Sharma. So he has Gal Croonies winning 3-2, with the Pod People winning the top 2 seeds. Diamond, yeah, let's hear from you.
All right, let's hit it. R hat whooped me in the NPH thing. I'm just saying that because he's good. Priest, I don't like Priest. I gotta say Pod People. I mean, it's a good class. I just hate playing against it. So, I guess I'll go R hat, even though based. No, I can't. Based is on my pro team. Gotta rep the boys. So based in the one. Zoroshi versus Mako. Gotta go with Zoroshi there. I'm sorry, Mako. Booze versus Madam. Easy Booze. Booze is my guy. I like him. I like his classes. He didn't bring Priest. Priest sucks. Sage should win, and he did win. Proud of my guy. And then Ghost wins in the 5 seed because I don't know the Kazoo guy. So that's, I think, 4-1 Galacronies. Yeah. And then we're just going to.
Woo, finger guns! Oh man, I wish the viewers could see these finger guns. It's a really good signal. You should start introducing it to other things. You know, like when you're scuba diving, there's like the OK symbol. There's like other ways to indicate, you know, what's going on. The finger gun should definitely be a symbol. But yeah. So yeah, like your predictions. Any last thoughts here
I mean,
before we?
Diamond, you and I both all agreed.
Yeah, we sure did.
Same
So
wavelength,
Dano, I
baby.
guess you're wrong, and it's
Oh,
you're just
I think that is probably 100% a certainty. I think.
Dano says I think in the podcast you always mention like that you're probably going to be wrong, and that's the point of the podcast to be wrong.
That's the
It is.
point.
Like,
Be wrong.
I mean, it's fun being wrong because when you're wrong, there's more to talk about, right? Like, I don't know. And then people are talking about it, right? That's also the point. So,
Absolutely. Cool. Let's if no other thoughts there, let's jump into the first match of the red conference we're talking about today.
Diamond
And
has something.
I
He's
got
waving.
something.
Oh, Diamond's waving. Diamond's waving.
Just gotta
Sorry.
say,
Diamond, go.
I don't know if Sage or Mako made the logo for Galacronies, but it's so good. Like that and Zilf's best logos. All right, you can carry on. I'll just transition.
All right, finger gun. Sorry, I'm still listening to what you said.
trying to
'Cause
parse through it
I'm
all.
trying to listen and watch these finger guns and do all that. But yeah, so next match we've got is that the next match? Is that what we have got lined up? Yeah, Good Luck Albatrosses versus the Stubs. There is actually an update from this. I guess a match was played while we were on the show, and we have Chewbacca losing actually 2-3 to Kura Finway of the Stubs. So the Stubs taking the 5 seed, and we see here already the Good Luck Albatrosses taking the 1 seed. So yeah, let's start with your predictions of the two seeds, Dano.
So Catman's gonna hit the cap this week, I think. Like the class bring, I think he's just can't lose right now. It seems like so. I think it's no brainer until otherwise. Catman just wins, and then I like Desharmo a whole lot in the 3 there as well. It's basically a 2 seed for the price of a 3 seed. It's a little bit unfair. But then I think I like Siege in the 4 just based on PR, and then maybe, a little bit of, it's me, Mike V confidence. See how that goes there with the first loss of the season. So, yeah, so I think it's a 2 and 3 win for Good Luck Albatrosses, 4 from the Stubs. So pick what's that make it then?
That makes it 3-2 Stub, or 3-2. Good Luck Albatrosses winning.
I was gonna say I picked the Stubs to win. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, no.
I psyched myself.
All right, Desharma, let's hear your prediction.
Yeah. Do I have to? Like you already know my prediction.
Yeah. Well, you already got one wrong.
You're picking the win this week, though. So I mean,
it's already played, so that one doesn't count. So
it doesn't count, but I can
gonna...
remove it and put in a different prediction for you if you want.
I mean, getting a 3-2 win in the 5 with Shu is still pretty huge, especially with the PR difference there. So I'm happy with Shu. With that, 2 points is a lot. Actually, it means that the match was really close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that we win the rest of them.
I knew you would, but that's okay. I like the confidence in your own team. Diamond, let's hear from you.
Okay. Lotus Knight 1, that's really good from him. Lotus is a really nice guy. And they all did bring the same classes. You're right, Typhoon. It could be because Lotus is a stat machine, and he has. I don't know if anyone's ever been on a team with Lotus. Not spoiling anything, but he's a giant spreadsheet thing. I never understood him when he was on my team, but it works because you can see he's really good and he's at the cap. So yeah, Catman will probably get the win, enter that 550 range, as Dano said. And then Osmonaut, yeah. Desharmo, ooh, I don't know. Desharmo, nah, I'm joking. Desharmo claps the Chronic, and I think Mike V can pull off the win. These are both players who are 0-1, but I think Mike V will end the week with a 1-1. And then Chewbacca lost, which is really sad.
Great, yeah. I don't think we wrote this in, or are you putting it in now? Perfect. Yeah, I think you agreed in the end with Desharmo, so that's fun. I'm gonna disagree slightly. I do think I'm gonna have Siege take it over Mike V this time, so I'm gonna agree with Dano. Not as many to predict on this one with just the 3 matches, so quick and easy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say something real quickly. Lotus does do the spreadsheets, but he's been quite busy this past week, and he's been sick, so we really haven't had the access to those very much. This week, we all brought the same classes by simple fluke. It was not planned.
Yeah,
We all looked at it. We were like, "Did we really just all bring the same classes?"
It's actually funny that you mentioned that, because I think Dad Legend had a similar situation. We're not all the same. I think Zabe brought something slightly different, but the rest of us pretty much. A few of us were in call. We were discussing classes, and it sort of happened at different times. People would join and make their choices or whatever, but every single time the thought process and everything led to the same exact lineup, and it was just so funny being there from the beginning to the end, and sitting there and being like, huh, because our classes weren't revealed yet, so not necessarily everybody knew what the other people picked, but everyone came up to this independent decision to bring the same stuff. So maybe it's the strongest, or maybe we're all just wrong.
Yeah, and my pro team actually, as Ron had mentioned, we all brought the same classes too. And it was not planned. We talked about what we thought were the best, so maybe there was like some let's say influence there, but we didn't really tell anybody, hey, everyone bring the same list.
Yeah. It looks like Ron said the same. Yeah, same thing happened in pro. Great. Yeah, let's if no one has any other thoughts there, let's jump to the second match of the Red Conference that we're discussing today. It is the Hot Zilfs versus Not Yellow Jackets. So Not Yellow Jackets coming in hot to start. Hot Zilfs obviously coming in hot. 2 teams that had really good wins to start the season. Let's see how they play against each other. And do we have a result that I didn't have on there? Let me see. No, I had that one. Okay. So yeah, let's start with the Sharma this time.
You're muted, Sharma.
Sharma.
Yeah. You actually caught me looking somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at something else.
My God, you really are role playing the
Yeah, I
full
know.
2-star.
I know, right? I am
I'm
totally.
playing WoW or something, or playing Hearthstone.
I'm
or
playing League of Legends.
Yeah.
I'm in a League of Legends match right now. I'm in a tournament, so no, I'm just kidding. Let's do Coles in the 1. I don't know Slay very well, but I mean he could very well beat Coles. Just be joining in at a really high PR means that you are a very solid player to begin with. So he could win. Donde and Silver. Silver is very, very, very underrated. Even at 50 PR, you cannot underestimate him. He beat one of my players in pro last week,
Mhm.
and he was an all-star. That player was, and he's very good. So I'm gonna have to go with Donde. I have to go with what I believe in. And then I'm actually going to give the Yellow Jackets the last two. So the 4 and the 5.
I think you're confused. They're not the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah,
That's
not the Yellow
embarrassing.
Jackets.
Pretty sure you're confused.
Yeah,
Okay, so you have Hot Sylphs winning 3-2 then.
that is correct.
Great. Dana, what's your predictions for this one?
So I like Slay in the 1. I think they're both bringing kind of a little bit slightly off meta lineups, at least from what we're kind of seeing and my kind of assumption for what the meta lineups are right now. I think both bringing Shaman, but I think Cole's not bringing Warrior. I think that's just surprising. I think Warrior's just really, really good right now. I don't think the stats show that necessarily on on VS or HS replay, but just the deck just plays really, really well, and there's a little bit of flexibility there. So I think I like Slay just because he gets to pick his band without having to worry about Warrior. And then I like Donde in the 3. I just think he's just on a tear. I don't really know Silver well enough to pick him over Donde. And then Amphal and Jim in the 4 and the 5 as well, I think. So I think it's going to be
4-1.
hot Zilfs. Yeah, 4-1.
All right. I'll do mine before I have to open the stream volume again. So oh dear God, DeSharmo.
Did we?
It's happening again.
Are you serious?
That's 3-4.
What the hell, dude?
Okay, well, it's one of those nights, I guess.
Oh my God.
I don't know, whatever Mercury's in retrograde or something. I don't think that's true, but
You're
that's what
agreeing with me
people
again.
people say that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling good today. Maybe I'm
know.
feeling happy, and I just wanna agree with you, man. Diamond, let's hear from you. Are you there? You're there.
Yes.
I saw you looking somewhere else, so I'm assuming you could hear me. You're good. I saw some signals, and go.
All right. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is the same thing. I don't know who people are. Coles bringing the Shaman, very interesting, as does his opponent. I think Coles will win that match. Or Bobson winning. I mean, the guy's too good, and he's back at it again. T Fox versus Donde. I think will be closer than people think it will be. And I like T Fox classes, but Donde wins that as well. Anfall, upset. I don't know this guy. Starts with a W. I think he beats Anfall. I'm sorry, Anfall, but I think he gets your number there. I don't know why that Druid looks a bit funky. And then I think Jim versus Kid Eternity. Do I choose my Snapchat friend or a guy who's been nice to me in Discord? Oh, am I super quiet? Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. I'll just talk louder. Thanks, Chewbacca. Basically have said that Zilfs will win 4-1. That's my thing. There you go.
All right. Yeah. Uh, nice. I think there's definitely we did see not Yellow Jackets perform really well last week. So we'll see if they can continue that. I think all of us predicted the Hot Sylphs. I think another really really good team. So this will be their first, I think, big challenge, and I'm really excited to see how they do. Uh, Obviously, Hot Sylph starting off to a hot start with the 3-1 from Rebob. Rebobble over there. So yeah. Any other thoughts here before we jump to our final match of tonight? The highlight match. This is going to be Diamond's team, Toxic Reinforcements against Just Rogue Things. I'm going to do something weird, and maybe it's going to backfire, but I'm going to have Diamond go first because it is
Oh
his
no.
team, and I think you have some info. Are you potentially subbing? I know we were talking before the show started that you might be subbing, so that'd be cool. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, so I'm sure Fishwell unfortunately cannot compete the rest of the season, and I learned that. So I'm emergency subbing in the 3 seed against Neb Canuck. That's gonna be fun. I don't know what's gonna happen there. Let's break down the team. I think Triss beats Comp, and I think Icicles win as well. Those two as a 1-2 punch. They won with Tap Blast. I'm hoping they can go for the back to back. The rest of the team, I don't know how I'll do. I hope I win against Neb Canuck so we could secure the week in the top 3 seeds. I think, from what I know, Reyes has already won his match. Let me just check the Discord again. I think he said he won. Yeah, he won 3-2, so that's good to hear. And then I think, I mean, I don't want to say we're gonna 5-0, but I think we're gonna 5-0. Screw it. I think we're gonna 5-0. Tris is here. Tris, we're gonna win 5-0. Betting it now. There you go. Me and Tris agree, and that's my prediction. 5-0.
Wow, that is the DeSharmo special right there. Voting your own team to win 5-0. I respect it. I started doing it. It's good to have confidence in your own team, and it's certainly possible. And we've seen, crazier things happen. So I believe that maybe it could happen. Let's hear from DeSharma. Do you agree? Disagree?
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go toxic reinforcements in the 1 and the 2. So I agree there. But
Do you have the doc open? Can you see what I've put?
no, I'm not. I'm not looking.
Okay, I'm just saying. Do yours, and then we'll see.
And then I'm gonna have to give Neb Canuck the win in the 3. And I think we said there was already a win in the 4, right? Who was the one that won the 4?
Yeah, F. Srirachi won the 4 already.
F. Srirachi. And
So
then
that one was a 3-2.
yeah, and then just simply off of PR, I'm gonna give it to Dexter. So toxic reinforcement wins 3-2.
All right. I don't know how to tell you this, but we almost had a full sweep. That's exactly what I had written here before you started talking. So, yeah, that's 4 out of 5 that we completely agreed on. The only one we didn't agree on was your team, which you just automatically pick everyone to win. So, if you were being realistic, it's possible we could have this week just been totally identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear from Dano, so I don't have to live in this moment for much longer.
Tris in the 1 simply, I think strength alone. Tris has been on a kind of crazy tear since last season in Legacy, so I think just pick it up from first match of this season as well. The Mage and the Priest might be a little bit sketchy, but I think just strength of player is really good. Icicles, I have them winning in the 2. Same sort of deal with maybe a little bit edge to the lineup, like the Mage against Economy's lineup.
Mhm.
We didn't have a win. That's not known, right? Okay, good. Yeah, so 1 and 2, and then Fishwa in the 3 as well.
It's Diamond playing.
Oh, it's Diamond. Oh, sorry. Definitely going to be Neb Canuck then.
Oh no!
Definitely Neb Canuck.
Poor Diamond. Poor Diamond.
Yeah,
He's gotten training from Eddie. Okay, he's
that was a close one. It's embarrassing. I almost got that way wrong.
But that's a story.
Just ripping you, Diamond. And then Dexter is on the PR strength alone. So I don't know anything about Chubb's Peterson hand. So other than really
what a name, yeah. Chubbs Peterson's hand. I that's great.
Not really sure how I feel about it, but I think
I mean, I know he knows how he feels about it, so
certainly a fan of Chubbs Peterson's hands. Yeah. So actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I know that you didn't do this, but we didn't have one just yet. I'm gonna have Diamond winning in the 3 as the turd upset of the week.
That way we're not identical on 4. We're only on 3. So
no. I'm not changing mine. I'm sticking to mine. I'm saying Diamond guessed the turd upset of the week. Turd usually does it, or someone does it.
Oh, okay.
Diamond's turd upset of the week is himself winning because everyone else voted against him. So Diamond's. Let me just write this out here. Diamond's turd upset of the week is Diamond wins. Yay. That's really exciting stuff. I really wanted us to get one. We didn't have one that was obvious. That one just screams to me. I would love to see you win. I think you're a very capable player. but jumping into the 3 seed against I think a comparable, a good 3 seed is a little bit tough, especially when I don't think you've played Legacy in a little bit. I know you can't really answer me with me being able to hear you,
I
but
mean,
so
I'm
you
a
can't really
reigning
defend
champ.
yourselves.
I'm a champion.
So sorry, but that's what we're going with. Anyway, that's our last match we're reviewing for the week. Let's jump into our final segment here, where we get to ask our lovely guest slash op. Not really a guest; he's going to be here most of the time anyway, behind the scenes. But jumping in for us today as our guest, ask Diamond some questions. If you have any in the chat, it's going to be a little tricky for us to actually hear his responses, but
Did I just hear him?
I
What?
think I just heard him.
Hello?
No, he's gone again.
Oh,
He's gone.
what? Y'all are
that was
bunch
so
of-
strange. I did not hear anything, but
Yeah, I heard it. I heard him too.
Am I just really
anyway,
quiet?
if you have any questions,
Hold
yeah, we got a question from Chewbacca.
Ooh, third favorite
I'm just
color.
going to turn on the stream
All right.
and try to make this work.
Let me lay it down. All right, turquoise is number 1. And then I'd say, I'm going to say blue, and I'm going to say this red right here. So there you go. Red's my third favorite color. What's the favorite team you played on? I mean, I've technically only played on 2 fully, which is Tap Blast and Team Next Level. Both were good. I got to say Tap Blast. I made a lot of friends there. And even though I didn't do as well as my next level, we won the championship, so that was fun. If a tree falls on the wood and no one is around to hear it, what sound does it make? I don't know. Ask the tree. If Diamond is speaking in Discord and no one is hearing him, is he talking? I don't know.
Dana.
Ask me. I don't know. Why does Zeph not give me a lethal? I don't even know how Zephyrus works, man. Oh, why did Zeph not give me a lethal? I don't even know how Zephyrus works, man. I just crafted him yesterday. So, don't ask me. Oh, this is fun. I could run Tavern Talk by
Amazing.
myself.
Okay, yeah. So there's some great questions. Keep sending them in the chat. Let's do some of our normal questions before we do some announcements and stuff. I would love to hear the origin of your name. That's usually what we like to ask, and I'll just ask these all at once so you can answer them,
Gotcha.
and we can just listen. So, origin of your name. Your favorite card of all time. Your favorite deck of all time. And yeah, let's just start with those 3.
All right, I got Diamond because I'm a bit younger than my fellow co-hosts, and I was getting Minecraft, and I was like, hey, I like diamonds in the game, so my full name was Diamond Savior. Except on Xbox, when I was playing Overwatch, people started calling me Savior, and I was like, that's weird. So now I cut off the Savior, and I'm trying to do Diamond wherever I can. I have the Diamond 22, which is kind of annoying, but that's it. Favorite card of all time? I don't know. I'm gonna say in combination, I like what's it called? Death Rattle Hunter. That was one of my favorite decks of all time, I think, because of that, and Spiteful Druid. So I'm just gonna say Katrina Winter Wisp because getting the King Crush, playing the King Crush, cubing it, just having a good time, and then yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't on the Gampa.
All right,
No.
you got to give me finger guns again. I see you turning around, but you got to finger guns or do a little dance or something.
All right, sorry.
You were
my grandpa was
dancing
trying to talk to
off
me.
camera. People were missing out on that.
There's some in chat. Raw Mexico, 0 mana cards are great. Triss is the best rogue player I know. And yeah, that done.
Awesome. There's the finger guns. Yeah. Great questions. I think we answered everyone in the chat for now. If you have any more, just DM him or message us, or if you get them before we finish the show, we'll answer them. But yeah, we're just final thing that we're gonna do is some announcements. We have Friday Night Fights tomorrow night. We're gonna have at 8 p.m. the Pro Series match, Skittles versus Icer. Skittles is currently 1-0 for Taste the Rainbow, and Icer is 1-0 for Top Hatted Titans. So 2 1-0s facing off at 8 p.m. And then Skittles is sticking around for another match at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a Hero Series match. He is 0-1. currently in Hero, Team Nose versus Hero against Lefty, also 0-1 for Tan Pam Surf Slam. So both of those players are going to be looking to get a win. And I think there's in the works of potentially getting an early 5:30 Eastern time ish stream for the duos series, that special off season tournament that's still kind of bleeding into the season here. We've got just a couple more matches left in that one, and I guess is it the losers finals that is going to be at 5:30? I'm not sure. You'll have to check the Discord for details on that. But that will also be Friday, tomorrow, at 5:30 potentially, and then maybe 10 p.m. There might be people also casting that. But for the two matches, we do know the 8 and 9 p.m. the casters are going to be myself, the Big Ted, and Saku. So look forward to that. And on Saturday, there is one confirmed match and another potential match at 8 p.m. Eastern time. There's Ron Mexico versus Pond. That one is confirmed. They're good to play. The one thing we're missing is casters. Donde's been looking. So if you're interested in being part of the content production here at THL, please reach out to Donde. We're looking for people to cast that match, and I think we probably also need an op. I know it's going to be a snowy day for a lot of us, so stay in, watch some games, play some games, and cast some games potentially. So we're always looking for people for that. I don't know if we have anything yet set up for Sunday, so also keep an eye on the Discord for that. And that's all my announcements. Anyone else have any announcements before we sign off here? I didn't know if we got any more questions either. I'll check that as well. No more questions. Great. Or no more announcements, something like that. Awesome. So thanks everybody for joining us. Sorry about the small issues we had. First, you couldn't hear Diamond. Now we can't hear Diamond. We worked it out. It's all good.
Best op ever. What can I say?
We were able to make it work. So I hope you guys stuck around and enjoyed the show. And check us out next week, where we'll talk about our predictions, how wrong they were, and then week 3, and make predictions for that as well. So thanks again, and good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.